Hi everybody, it's Miss Peachy from Wisconsin Connections Academy, your science teacher. Today I'm going to do a short tutorial on how to do a bibliography using MLA format. Just a real quick one that you'd be able to attach to the end of a portfolio for my class in order to be able to receive credit for proper citations. Okay, so I had a question on this one from a student on how to use or how to write a bibliography in MLA format. Apparently bibliography is a word that I have a difficult time saying. So I'm just going to show you how to use a citation maker and make this a pretty easy job for you. Okay. So the particular question came up regarding a portfolio that was being done in marine science. This was their lesson 2 Challenger journal for the HMS Challenger. It's a journal of a scientist they had to do. They were actually given some websites for this one, so the research, they didn't have to do really any research. However, you may be doing research for something else, maybe researching different animals or researching different types of organ systems for different animals or whatever it is that you guys are working on for my class. You're going to have a website that you found some information from, and that's where you're going to start. So we're going to start by looking at one of these different websites here. And, oops, not that one. Let's go back. Let's click on this link here. Okay, so it's giving me a website at the top of the screen here in our address window, and I'm just going to highlight and copy on this. And then the citation maker that I recommend you using that is pretty easy to use is right here. Here we go. It's secondary.oslis.org. So it's actually a resource from the state of Oregon, and it's for secondary students, which you guys are secondary students. That's high school students. And if you click on this, I'll just have to kind of drag my box around a little bit here. You'll notice that there are some links here. One of them says I need to cite my sources, and that's the one you're going to want to click on. So let's go ahead and click on that. And then you'll notice that gives you two options here. MLA, Modern Language Association Citation Maker, or the American Psychological Association, APA. Either one is fine for me because science typically uses APA as its preference for citations, but in general, the high school uses MLA. And so you'll be using MLA for their English and social studies classes as well. So I would recommend using that because that's the one that you'll be using in other courses, and so you might as well be familiar with one type instead of trying to use two. So go ahead and click on the Modern Language Association or MLA Citation Maker. Then it brings me to this window and it says that the first thing you need to do is to go to the column on the right and click on the type of source you have. And if I kind of drag my box over here and you can see the different source types, you'll see that website, article, or blog is one of the sources. And that's what I'm going to click on. You might find that you used, say, a video recording. However, for the most part, I think you guys are going to be using websites, maybe sometimes periodical articles, or things like that. But let's click on website. Then it's going to ask you to fill out as much information as you know here. Who's the author, the title, the publisher, the publication date. What I have found is if you just click here under location and you copy and paste your location in, and then you hit create citation below, it's going to give you a nice citation here. See that? So this is my citation. I'm going to copy this citation. I'm going to go to my Word document. And I'm just going to paste this in. and double space between citations. So then I go to a different source. Let's go back to the marine science. I'll click on a second source here. And let's go back to that citation maker. And we'll go to just go back to this window. Delete that out of here. And click on Create Citation. And that's going to give me my second citation. So notice it actually gives it to me second right here. I'm going to copy this here. I'm going to paste that in my Word document, but I'm going to paste these in alphabetical order. So the one that I just got was S's comes before W alphabetically. And don't forget that you really only need a double space between entries. Okay? So basically that's it, guys. Just do that for each one of the websites that you used. Save it as your bibliography. This is called like an endnotes or your bibliography. This is just telling me which sources you used for that particular assignment. It's not using in-text citations, which you will need to learn to do for papers and any of your English research papers, anything you're doing research-wise for your social studies classes, and even for science, where you'll be actually listing the sources that you used, but then referencing them in the text with parentheses at the end of sentences that use information from those sources. But that's something you'll be learning more about this year in your English class as well. I just wanted to give you some basic tools to use to write your bibliography using MLA citations. If you have questions or concerns, please feel to give me a call. Please feel free to give me a call at extension 2204. Have a great day, everybody.